Hey, so the SBA, the Small Business Administration, recently announced some new changes that are coming to the SBA later this year in August of 2023 that will make buying or selling your business to a buyer using an SBA loan, make that process a bit easier and just add some more flexibility into how SBA loans can be used. And so I'm going to walk through what these changes are, what changed, and what some of the ramifications I think will be, and how this is going to help a lot of folks buy and sell businesses. So to start with, let's just talk about what has changed. So in the past, you could only use an SBA loan to purchase 100% of a business. Under the new rules, you'll be able to use an SBA loan to buy a portion of a business. So this is a pretty big change. And before you think that you might be able to go out and take an SBA loan and buy 5% of that business or 5% of this business, or even perhaps if you're thinking, I want to buy some Tesla shares with an SBA loan, hold on, you're not going to be able to do that. But I will kind of give you some ideas of how this change will likely be utilized. So before we dive into that, this is directly from the SBA's announcement. So it says that loan proceeds may be used to fund the purchase of a portion of one or more owner's interest in the business. Both the business and the individual owners who are acquiring the ownership interest must be co-borrowers on the new loan. And if you are a co-borrower, you may be subject to a guarantee. However, the percentages of ownership for the requirement will be based on the post-sale percentages of ownership in the business. So in the past, if you were to acquire a business, you would need to buy the whole thing, right? Under the new structure, you can buy out a percentage of the business. So if you had a business where there were two partners, each owned 50%, you could get an SBA loan and buy out one of the partners for 50%. Now, there's a reason why I don't think this is going to happen very much, and that is because that other owner, who is the remaining 50% owner, is going to need to be a co-borrower and then also personally guarantee that new loan. So if you think about that, why would the other 50% owner want to take out debt that they're personally responsible for, personally guaranteeing, to help you buy out the equity ownership in the other partner in the business? So I don't think that's going to be the common use case here, although I think the way I'm understanding that, that would be possible to do that. I think what is much more likely we can see here from SMB attorney, a good follow on Twitter, and what he said here is an 81% buyout, 19% seller rollover, and no PG, meaning no personal guarantee. And so the reason why he's saying no personal guarantee, if we come back to this, it says the percentages, and this is related to guarantees, the percentages of ownership for this requirement will be based on the post-sale percentages of ownership in the business. So an owner that owns less than 20% of a business is not required to personally guarantee an SBA loan. 20% and above, you are going to be required to personally guarantee. So I think the most likely use of this new rule is going to be for folks that want to acquire a business. Maybe they don't have the ability to come up with the cash to acquire 100%. Maybe the seller wants to stay on in the business and be involved. Maybe the buyer wants the seller to stay on to help with the transition. There could be a lot of reasons for that. So what this will allow you to do, as long as you buy 81%, that seller's not going to have to personally guarantee that loan. They can still own 19% there. And so I think that's what we're getting at with this head exploding approach here. So I do think that is likely to be a common approach going forward. I think there could be a lot of good benefits to that. So if you are looking to acquire a business and you need to create a financial model to create some projections for a lender or even potential investor to help you with those projections, that's what we do here at ProjectionHub. So we help clients create financial projections. This is just a screenshot from one of our acquisition financial projection templates. I'm going to put a link to the template down in the description of the video below. And as a thank you for watching to the end of the video, we're going to have a form that you can fill out in the description of the video below, and we'll send you a coupon code and you can get a discount on this template. It's just going to help you build out a financial model. You can model out different scenarios. You might want to acquire 81%. What happens if you acquire 50%? What happens if you acquire 100% with different down payments, different SBA loan amounts, and that sort of thing. You can check to make sure the business cash flows with the model as well. So I wanted to point that out. And if you have any questions about how to structure your SBA deal in a way that makes sense and need help with the modeling side of that, that's what we do. We'd be happy to help. So you can reach out to us at support@projectionhub.com. Thanks.